Hi, Aries. Welcome to your reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm Amber. Welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. There's a lot of energy going on. So I think I know what this reading is about, but I think that is also what took me so long to get the reading out, was that I was trying to, structure it like I normally do. And I'm assuming, a very clear and concise message that your ancestors want to get to you through me. So yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do that on my website at unveiledbyamber.com. If you're not following me on Instagram, I would. I will be getting back to posting like flash sales in my story and coupons and things of that nature. You can also go online to my website and subscribe to my email list, as well as my text message list if you like, and it will give you updates when I'm gonna go live, unannounced, etc. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if this reading resonates with you. And we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Holy Spirit, guardian angels, my beloved ancestors, thank you for allowing me to be the vessel to give messages to Aries for their highest good and their highest good only. It is literally, it's 10 o'clock on the dot. 10 o'clock on the dot. Okay, so I'm going to start with these romance cards because they had me get them out at the last minute. What is the message for Aries? Ooh, deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Externally, it says pay attention to the red flags. Oddly enough, when I was shuffling the other cards, I was getting friendship in reverse. I seen challenges. I seen luck come out. I do feel like there's some type of luck shifting or changing. It was a pretty quiet and settled morning, and then when I got ready to do your reading, it went from just the birds chirping outside to a pretty significant breeze kicking up. So I do think that is probably indication of the storm is not blowing in. The storm is here. There's some type of significant change going on right now around you, whether it's energetically, romantically, whatever. I want to get all of the oracles out here. Spirit, what is the message spiritually? Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Whoa. See what I mean? Let me show that to you guys anyway. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And the external energy is dance with life. Do something to change your energy. I definitely resonate with this. I actually just did that, so I would highly recommend it. Yeah, give me a life purpose message for Aries, please. Whoa. If I could have a life purpose message for Aries, please. You have your heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. You got two of them out here. And you have speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. Underneath or externally is career change. It says you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance that you desire and deserve. I always love this card because there's an angel up there. They asked me to get, sorry, I'm just the vessel. They asked me to get one more deck out. They asked me earlier, but I was not listening. So that might be a message in itself. It's going to be for Aries. So I'm going to write a message here. Spirit. Wow, realization. Yeah, there's very much so an energy like... I just had this conversation with my sister. It feels like storm shelter-ish. Like the storm is here. This is not a drill. I'm trying not to, like, I don't want to scare anybody. I just seen nourishment in abundance. And then you have resistance here. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. It's very hard to get grounded. It's very hard to not be anxious. But I feel like we all have a purpose in what's transpiring around us in the United States and also around the world. And right now would be the time to fully focus on that, right? Assessing power. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care if you're a healthcare professional, a teacher. I want to say in the last live, I said something to the nature of creating some type of like brag sheet. It's like not a resume, but basically structured like a resume where you literally take heed and inventory of all that you have, both emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and be prepared to have your toolbox accessible. What's the message for Aries, Spirit? I set a timer and I'm trying not to go off a tangent. Let's see how this goes. It says trust, egg moon. Okay, so very much so a clear indication of protection here, okay? But this number 32 does break down to a 5. So back to what I said about like significant changes. This storm energy that I'm picking up on is Mars. It's scorpionic energy. It's 8th house energy. It's sex, death, regeneration. It's other people's money. It's taxes. It's investment contracts. It's time to look at everything. Externally, we have the void, and then the card that I showed you originally, which is realization. Okay, the void, this dark moon energy, interestingly enough, we are still in this new moon energy. When I got ready to start doing your reading, I kept hearing try again. And I feel like the energy, for those of you who didn't get a chance to watch the yearlies, I would go back and check the yearlies out. But I feel like I told you guys coming into March, there was going to be like it's like a false start, right? From January 1st. We're not quite into this energy yet. We have about like 2 to 3 weeks. Oddly enough, this is the number 32, which breaks down to a 5. I feel like that significant change, this tower moment, you being able to decipher these flags and figure out where the deception is occurring in your life, and being able to not only like answer the call externally, because I do feel like there's communication coming in for a lot of you guys, whether that be through the mail, email, phone, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of noise. This card normally comes off as very like calm to me, but right now it's very noisy. Something about like in the morning, something like that. But there's also a calling of purpose, right? North node, south node energy, which we have Scorpio and Taurus there. So addressing the shadow internally, right? Answering that call, that there's something bubbling up inside you below the surface, telling you exactly what direction you need to go in. It's a direction that feels very familiar. It feels like you've been there before and you don't want to go back. But this time is going to be the last time, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's see what the influence is. What's the influence of all of this being here? I was seeing Mars in the 2nd house earlier. Mars in the 8th house. The moon. So very much so emotions, internal energies that are tied right into your 3rd house. The reason why I know it's tied into your 3rd house is because you have this realization here. And then there's this sovereignty right below it, which this is the number 3. That's immediate environment. There's also kind of like a new, this is actually the moon phase that we're in currently today when I'm recording this. And then this 4 on one side, this 1 with this 3, it would be 44. Okay, there is some realization of your structure, right? It's leaving the shadow. That's Scorpio and the South Node energy, right? Your past, and being able to see clearly into your future with Taurus energy. Like it's a major, it being aspected and heavily influenced right now by Uranus, especially because you're sitting right next to Taurus. Some of you guys may also be on the cusp of Aries and Taurus, but there's significant breakthrough, right? There's this like, after being in like meditation or this like brainstorm, which may start to occur for some of you guys in the next like 2 to 3 weeks. Like you may have been experiencing a mild version of it. I'm looking at 9/11 on the other clock. It's 9/11 in California right now, and it's 10/11 where I'm located. Okay, so okay, I don't know, something about like the West Coast being last to hear. Oh my gosh, this is a global energy. I know it is. It's not funny either. This is a global energy, and I feel like maybe you guys are getting the news through me because it's something that is possibly going to like occur on the East Coast, and then the West Coast is gonna wake up to it, like answer the call. Like the West Coast is gonna like wake up to this hours after, because the East Coast is gonna like morning news. I don't know what the fuck. All right, I'm gonna take both of those. Let's figure out what this realization is about. What's the main energy here for Aries Spirit? Planning in reverse. It says now is the time to lay down the foundations for your future. Financial gains are more than likely. This being here in reverse, guys, and then like I said, this 4 and then this 1 plus this 3 is a 44. It's like there's a lack of planning, particularly at the home front, is what I'm getting. And there's a realization of that. This always gives me like Akashic knowledge, this particular card, because she's looking through like a keyhole, but it seems to be like reams of paper or a book or some type of like knowledge she's seeing through. It gives me Akashic. I guess I should say it always gives me like being able to like see through some sense of knowledge, right? Rather that be like book knowledge, street knowledge, you know, horticulture knowledge, whatever it is, right? Tactical knowledge, whatever it is. But in this sense, it's on a global level because of this sovereignty here. I don't know why this, oh my gosh. Tell me about the deception here with pay attention to the red flags. It says reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. And what about this call, Spirit? If you could tell me more about this call for Aries. Surprise. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. And then you have love life here on the bottom of the deck. So like I said, I do feel like there is going to be some type of communication, some type of call. But I don't know, like, you're gonna know what, I guess what this is related to. You're gonna know when it's the call that I'm referring to, because it's gonna be noisy. It's either gonna be noisy where you are when you receive this call, or when you pick up the phone, it's gonna be very noisy where this other person is. That gives me, I don't know, it gives me like a, oh my gosh, and it was 911 just now. Tell me about the moon. Intuition in reverse. Change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of a change, and that's exactly what's coming your way. You have career change here twice. Tell me about speaker. Where's this call coming from? What is this call related to? I feel like this is the other side of it. It says sexuality in reverse. It just, this sexuality in reverse gives me like an indication that it's not related to like intimacy. I'm sorry, it's not related to like carnal intimacy or carnal desires, but like more so emotional intimacy, whatever this card is, right? So because we're talking about the third house, like this could be mother, brother, sister, siblings. Your neighbor could call you and say, hey, your dog got out the gate. Like that, it could be as slight as that, or it could be as like severe or elevated as, oh, I don't like this. And then you have reflection here. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. This is going into this void energy with trust. Tell me about the void and trust being here for Aries, please. Yeah, so there's care required. This is the card that came out. It says, guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. Some of you guys made a decision to isolate yourself from your third environment or your third house, right? Your immediate environment. It could be like all of those things that I just named. You could have already made this decision. Some of you guys are going to be making this decision, you know, like, okay, that makes, and then communication is on the bottom of the deck while I'm seeing this. So like for some of you guys, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited now because the downloads are coming through. It was like a pause of like, what the fuck? But now there's like this move forward, and that could definitely be like the Mars aspect. I'm not necessarily sure where Mars is right now at this time. Somebody's a Virgo could be of some sort of significance here. I'm looking at 9:17 on the clock. This call, like the fact that I said that it's gonna come through and it's gonna be noisy, like it's either noisy where this person is, or it's noisy where you are at the time that you get this call from someone, or about this person even, right? Maybe you don't get the call directly from them. You have to remove yourself from your environment in order to take this call, is what I'm saying. So like, even if you're like at work, right, you have to step out of your office to take the call. Like something about that is significant here. All right, I want to get one of these. What are these again? I forget what they're called. I think they're the ritual. I think it's a ritual deck. I was using the wild. This is the Wild Rituals Intentions deck. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one of these cards. I was using them for myself. I've had them for a while, but I don't use them very often. But I started to kind of use them a little bit for myself, just to see if it would work well with the reading and the energies, and I think it will. So we're gonna check it out. What's the message for Aries? Okay. Abundance. It seemed like it was out here in reverse. I'm not necessarily sure. I'm not going to read these in reverse anyway. This is all very emotionally aspected. I do feel like it ties into like third house, fourth house. So like family, background, roots. Like I said, your immediate environment could be your coworkers. It could be, you know, the people that you live around, things of that nature. But there's either like a call and there's like an abundance of emotions that flow, or there's literally a call that you're going to take that ends up leading into some type of career change for some of you all. Yeah. Okay, so this says, when drowning in lack, when the waters of creativity and prosperity seem to have receded, when your well of inspiration feels bone dry, soak up this card. It says, in the modern world, clean, drinkable water is readily available. This has not always been so. People would travel great distances to find portable water, and when they did, they saw it as a gift from the gods. As time progressed and fountains and wells were built, the awe of reverence for water remained, which is where the tradition of throwing coins into a water source and making a wish or sending a prayer of gratitude originated. The tools here listed says a bowl, a basin, bucket, or whatever you've got handy that will serve as your personal wishing well, 2 weeks worth of coins, an image or statue of a goddess. I'm just going to say a goddess. No disrespect to the author, but I don't have an association with this goddess. It says Celtic Coventina. I'm recommending that you use a statue of a goddess that you are familiar with. It says, who is honored as the goddess who presides over sacred wells, granting the wishes of those who seek her help. It says beginning on the day of the new moon. Oh, wow, this is new moon energy. It says, fill your personal well of choice with water and place your representation of Coventina next to or above it. From now until the full moon, toss a coin into your well and state your wish. Prayer to Coventina. It may be helpful to mix up your wishes with positive affirmations such as, I am open to receiving, everything I need flows to me smoothly, or I'm surrounded by abundance, or whatever it is you're seeking to manifest. It says, setting the intention. After this moon cycle is complete, gather your coins on the full moon, dry them, and place them in your sacred space or a personal space where you'll see them every day. Then pour the water from your personal well over soil in your yard, nearby woods, somewhere in nature. As you do this, envision all heaviness associated with lack being replaced with the fluidity of abundance. Feel yourself renewed and see yourself as the open, receptive vessel now ready to receive the blessings you set into motion with this ritual. I really, really love this. Okay, that's actually what I'm seeing here too. It's like, you know, if we looked at this sovereignty energy, I could see it a few different ways. When I first laid it out here, I'm looking at a little girl who's seeing like the adult version of herself, or it like this Taurus, Scorpio, South Node, North Node. It's an energy of like the little girl from your past seeing what you've become, that type of thing, or having like gained a closer seat or access to this because there's been some type of like DNA activation or something like that, right? Because I talked about this being tied into Akashic knowledge. So then like with this abundance card coming in the way that it came in here, especially because you have the moon here aspecting this entire situation with your heart's desires, right? It looks as though this could be the universe. It could be representation of, as this other author said, Coventina. It could be a representation of any of your ancestors, etc. And you now, like, there's something you understand now. Like, maybe you just came through, some of you guys could have just come through a Saturn return. But whatever it is that you just came through, the fact that this is a keyhole, like some of you guys could have just moved or you're about to move or something like that. But it's an energy of like the world being prepared to give you the world. Like that, it's wow. Okay. Either like planning is here in reverse because there is a lack of planning on like, or I don't know, I feel like a plan went south, if I can be honest. You know, I try really, really hard not to bring my personal energy into this reading. That's another reason why I was delayed, because I needed to clear my space and get regrounded after having to pivot myself, which is why I can relate and I can see this as clear as I see it. And I do have Aries in my chart. But I think that that maybe happened on purpose so that I could, number one, experience what I was experiencing in my own life so I could get to the next step, the next level, but also so that I could be sitting in front of you guys able to decipher this energy for you. Okay. I feel like I want to take this other card too. It's, yes. Hitting your target. You and me both, right? I think that they like, yes, that's why I wanted you to share that. Okay, it says to bring your goals into focus, to harness the burning arrow of your soul's truest, highest aspirations. Hold this card as your ancient talisman, a gateway to a better, brighter future. It says, from the Celts to the Native Americans, tribes of the land have ritually employed the practice of carving or writing spells or intentions on their arrows. By stringing these arrows into their bows and losing them into the air, these archers sent their highest hopes, dreams, and intentions into the ether of spirit, trusting the way would be shown to fulfill their heart-centered desires. I'm not going to read the ritual. I don't feel like I'm guided to read the ritual, but I think that this is just such a deep and profound message that I don't really need to expand on it. Everything that I said, and then I felt like I should pull a card. It's hitting the target. This here with speaker, right? Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. There's something that I felt like I needed to say. I decided in this moment to be a vessel and to say what it is that they're pushing me to say to you all. And apparently I'm hitting my target, but I feel like that's also the message here for you. Look, and now my timer's going off. Okay, this is really beautiful. You have worthiness here with the crown. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this reading here. But let's get into a little bit of the tarot. What's the situation here for Aries? Two of Pentacles in reverse. So again, like I said, the false start, right? And this is the Ace of Pentacles basically, but it's an energy of like going back and forth, like you were invested in something. You had already spent your money. You know, you had already moved. You had already did X, Y, and Z and invested in something, because this is not the like Two of Swords in reverse where like you had some type of logical or mental decision that you needed to make and then decided against something. This is an energy of like I have my money in and I'm taking my money out. I have my time invested. I'm taking my time back. That's this energy, okay? Externally though, there's the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, okay? So something about this energy, I want to get a clarifier. Let me see. Tell me more about this Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, see, Ace of Cups, King of Wands, standing your ground, Ace of Cups with the Tower, choosing yourself. How does Aries view this King of Wands? Yeah, possibly the person that you decided to hold back from or withdraw your energy from. I feel like either there's something like beautiful that is going to come as the result of it, or you've decided that you have what it is that you need. And you, yeah. Tell me one more thing about how Aries views this King of Wands. This person could be a rising in Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This is definitely going to be where this call is coming from, because this is the Page of Wands. That's about unexpected, like news, something disruptive. It feels like a trip. Particularly, like I said, I feel like some of you guys maybe were going to travel. I was. Let's talk about it. I was planning on going somewhere. And I mean, as far as like my emotions go, I was definitely invested emotionally in everything but myself. I hope y'all heard me. And so I had to take a step back, right? This answer the call type energy. It's like I had to take a step back and reevaluate some things. I think earlier reassessing and then power came out or something like that. And I ultimately reassessed it and I felt the need to release it. And so I pull my money out of the situation and I stay home. And it's funny because now, like, I think that's, look, 6 of Wands on the, they clowning. Okay, so 6 of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands with, Ace of Pentacles with the 6 of Wands. This would be a successful decision, I believe, on my behalf. Emotionally, it's not sitting well with me, but that's the illusion, right? 7 of Cups with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, no, there's deception. There's deception here, without a doubt. And I feel like some of you guys either already came across this path, you sensed it, and you're going to make some type of decision to move in another direction, or after you get this message, you will begin to pivot or go in a different direction. I feel like you need to trust yourself right now and only yourself. With the void here, there's some isolation that needs to take place or will be taking place here shortly. What's the outcome of this situation? And then we're going to get into the outcome in the extended Temperance. Yeah, I feel like your angels came in and intervened in a situation. Yeah, you have Temperance in the World here. See, this is like a bubble of protection here, and it's like this angel's coming in to separate this moon and the sun. And, you know, I'm just going to throw this out here. I do feel like some of you guys are going to get a conversation or a call from, it could be an Aries, a Leo, a Sag. They could have a rising in Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or that could be your validation that you're going to get the call because you're an Aries, Leo, Sag, and your rising is in Earth. I definitely feel like there are family ties. This could even be a call from a Scorpio for some of you guys, because when I just touched this 10 of Pentacles card, I felt and heard like family ties by Drake, or mob ties. I didn't want to say mob on here, but mob, everything. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so in the extended, we're going to get into how you feel about this being the outcome. Temperance with the World here. Okay, so if you are going to join me, the link to do that is down below in the description box. And if this is where we're going to be parting ways, I love you. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Bye.